If you had lived in Bible days, in the days of Moses, to be precise, and in the days of the tabernacle building, you know, having an area view of the tabernacle from outside the tabernacle, the only thing a man would see was the fence and the roof of the tabernacle, a view that was only presenting the linen and the goat skin. It wasn't an appealing sight actually for anybody. It wasn't something very attractive, you know. So maybe somebody decide to have gone a little bit closer to the tabernacle. The first sight you will see from the gate is actually a very gory sight, you know, with the altar of burnt offering, blood littering everywhere, fresh blood at that, because constant sacrifice was taking place or were taking place there. You know, the beauty of the tabernacle actually begins when a man goes into the holy place, and then you begin to see the different furnitures and their alignment in arrangement perfect, you know, and then the beauty begins to comfort. However, the moment you get into the most holy place, it is a wow. It is a place where you cannot find a single light. The only light in the most holy place in those days was the gold that plated the entire wall, you know, and the light that comes in in the most holy place was that light, you know, and it was the beauty to behold. Seated at the middle of the most holy place was the altar of covenant, you know, and that is where God meets with his people. You know, that's a very big shadow of what Christianity is today. You know, anybody, an unbeliever particularly, will look at Christianity and the righteousness of God from where he or she stands. The only perspective they see is the boringness of righteousness. They see the boringness of Christianity, so to speak, and they're like, why will anybody in his right mind leave all the pleasures of this world, leave all the gains and what have you, and want to believe in this righteousness of God, want to bring his or herself so wrapped up with religion? You know, they can't understand what Christianity is all about. In fact, for some of us, when we even got born again, actually, the only thing we know as believers is just come to church Sunday after Sunday, just get ourselves satisfied, you know, with the regular services, do church work, and that is all we know. But do you know something? God has called us to a higher ground as believers. He has called us to a life of, not just to a life of righteousness. The deeper you begin to go as a believer, the more of the beauty of Christianity you begin to experience, the more of the life of God you begin to see, the more of the power of God you begin to experience. And that is what God has called us into. You know, Christianity is way off beyond being boring. It is way off beyond being old fashioned. No, Christianity is aimed at the most holy place, a place of fellowship with the Father, a place where there is no human effort. The only thing that matters when we come to that place of fellowship is the power of God, it is the sweetness of the Holy Spirit. And that is what God has called us into. And I want you to understand with me this evening that God is calling you to a higher place of fellowship, away from the outer distractions, away from the many whispers of the world, away from the busyness of the outer court, away into the most holy place, away into his presence, where we can experience him and his fullness. So I challenge you, it is time to begin to take that move to the most holy place of God. It is time to begin to experience his fellowship, the fellowship of his presence, and then experience his power. God bless you.